and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 14th of June, 2018. We're going to reflect on Matthew 5:20 to 26. Listen. Jesus said, "For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to those of ancient times, 'You shall not murder, and whoever murders shall be liable to judgment.' But I say to you that if you are angry with a brother or sister, you will be liable to judgment. And if you insult a brother or sister, you will be liable to the council. And if you say, 'You fool,' you will be liable to the hell of fire. So when you are offering your gift at the altar, if you remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled with your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gift. Come to terms quickly with your accuser while you are on the way to court with him, or your accuser may hand you over to the judge, and the judge to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Truly I tell you, you will never get out until you have paid the last penny." The Gospel of the Lord. I want to give you something really meaty to chew upon today, something really challenging. You may need to read it several times in your Bibles before you get to the bone, but it will open your mind to a lot of things about our faith when you get to it. However, don't get carried away. Please look at your insights in the proper light of the church's teachings. Today's reading starts with these words, "For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Yesterday's reading ended with these words, "Whoever breaks one of the least of the commandments will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven." Let me explain part of it. I want you to ask God to explain the rest. The scribes and the Pharisees thought that they were getting into heaven because they followed all the laws. And they had lots of them. The law said do not murder, so they did not kill anyone. The law said do not commit adultery, so they did not sleep with anyone's wife. And they believed that this was taking them to heaven. I imagine Jesus wondering how obtuse they could be. You guys are really full of yourselves, aren't you? Don't you realize that there are 100 ways to commit murder without actually ending somebody's life? Or that when you look at a woman and are thinking about all the things you would like to do to her, you might as well actually be doing it to her. Are we like that? Full of ourselves because we keep all these rules that we believe we are supposed to keep, not understanding that salvation is a gift of God and what takes us to heaven is the righteousness of God and not our own. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. And you know what? Your righteousness will never exceed theirs because you cannot be self-righteous and expect to enter heaven. Now reflect on the rest of it, and if you get any interesting insights, do share them. I will continue this later. God bless you.